Well, they help with everything from catching suspects to scent detection and search and rescue.
And they're really cute. We're talking about police K-9s who help support our officers. We have Mika on the move, live in West Jordan at the police department with a look at one of their newest members of the force. Mika?
That's right, Mary and Ron, and I agree with everything you said. He's so much, so talented, and so very cute. Meet Zari. He is the most recent K-9 to get patrol certified, also joined by his handler, Officer Collins. Thanks so much for letting us come be a part of the police department for this morning. Tell us a little bit about Zari. How old is he, and what is he doing?
Zari is a 20-month-old male Dutch Shepherd. He is narcotics and patrol certified, so he sniffs for drugs and he apprehends fugitives.
And why is he needed? Was there a need in the department for his position?
Absolutely. We're pretty fortunate at West Jordan that our dogs are not call responsive, so we can help patrol out with a lot of different things. Everything from sniffing for drugs on pretty much anybody's stop, or going to help with neighboring agencies as well where their dogs are tied up. We use our dogs quite a bit, multiple times a night. Everything from finding drugs, helping on traffic stops, helping with apprehensions. They're hugely beneficial.
Okay, let's talk about training, and let's also do a demonstration. We can bring in Officer Strasters maybe if he's needed, but talk about what goes into training, and while you talk, you can also demonstrate how you do it.
Yeah, our training is very extensive. We at West Jordan, we do most of it in-house. When Zari came to us, we started with narcotics detection, so we use special boxes to train them on what scents that we want them to alert on. And we use different cutting agents and just diversions. So we'll put things like dog food or common things that everyday people would have to make sure that when they're indicating on the presence of a narcotic, it's that narcotic. It's not they found a burger in the car that they like. And we're very strict on that. We do at least 2 hours a day of training when we're working, focusing on getting things perfectly every time. Once he was narcotics certified, we shifted more to obedience and patrol, and that's kind of where we are now. We're still working on polishing up a lot of the obedience that some of the more experienced dogs are really, really refined at.
So if you want to do a demonstration, let's see, because one of his jobs is to apprehend suspects, right? To catch someone potentially. Could you demonstrate how that's done?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll have Caden put on the sleeve.
Yeah, we'll make sure everyone stays safe here. I was offered the chance to do this, but I was too scared. I'll just be honest. I just said I'll stand back and watch and let the professionals do their job.
What do you want to do first? Do a bite. We'll do a bite first. Watch that guy. Watch that guy. Good. Suspect, give up or I'll send my dog. Stun. Good boy. And their job is to maintain that hold the entire time until we can get officers to control that suspect or do whatever else we need to do.
So he'll just keep holding on until you... All right, Zari, doing a great job. Now you can see why I kind of was a little bit hesitant to do this. And while they're demonstrating this, I'm going to bring in Sergeant Adam Julian, if you wouldn't mind stepping in. And let's talk a little bit more about some of the issues that you're seeing here in West Jordan as a police department. Thank you, Zari. Great job. I know e-bikes and motorcycle crashes. We've been talking a lot about those recently. What are you folks seeing, and what's your message to people?
Well, right now, I think we want to focus on is just really being educated on the laws, and in specifics really to like the e-motorcycles that we have. That's where we're seeing a lot of issues, and just being familiar with laws. And we just had recent changes to the laws as of May 6th. One of the highlights of that we see is that anybody under the age of 16 cannot operate a high-powered e-motorcycle. So that's where we're seeing most of the issues, those e-motorcycles, not necessarily the e-bikes or e-scooters. I know there's a lot of different kind of classifications, hard to keep them all together, but the high-powered e-motorcycles where we're having some issues. So we've really amped up kind of just enforcement on that, even, you know, it's not just in West Jordan, but throughout the state, where we're focused really kind of on educating is our primary goal with that, just, you know, with the parents. And a lot of them, not all are juveniles, but that's where the majority of the riders are. So we try to educate the parents, but a big issue that we're seeing now is the riders are fleeing from officers. So that takes us from a position where we want to maybe talk to them, educate, maybe at worst a citation, which would be an infraction. But when you run and you flee like that, it becomes a felony. So there's just, you know, that level of crime rises so rapidly that really it ties our hands on what to do. Another important update recently is that the police can impound those e-motorcycles and e-bikes and stuff if they're not following the safety rules correctly. Obviously, we'd like to avoid that if possible, but it's just important for parents, for anybody that has the e-bikes, to be familiar with those laws so that we can follow them and ride safely.
All right, Sergeant, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And guys, we'll leave you with a look at Zari. I think that he's going to be doing a little more for us. All right, look at Zari go.
Wow.
Yeah,
Very
really is
impressive.
fascinating.
I don't know, guys. Do you? Yeah, I don't think I have that level of discipline and obedience. Zari.
I like how they said they're
displays it
refining
very
it.
well.
Yeah, refining it. And
Right.
I suited up once in the whole thing, Mika, and when that dog lunges,
You're so brave.
they hit hard.
Oh, they're powerful.
Yeah, they can knock you over. So yeah,
Wow.
smart dogs.
Yeah, Mary, I was too scared to do that, but they did offer me the opportunity. I politely declined, but you were much braver than me. That's awesome.
No,
But yeah, it's
so
interesting to see
impressive.
what the work they do here.
And
Great
it's
work.
like a game for them. That's how
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
trained.
yeah.
You know, a competitive game, and they're so good at it. The trainers really, obviously, know what they're doing too. So
Incredible talent. Thanks
That
so
is
much, Mika, in
Right.
West Jordan for us this morning.
good.